Hiya! Saturday, the 24th of March, and today I thought I'd try something a bit different. This week officially has been the start of spring. It hasn't really felt like it. I think we've had 2 days with, moderate sun maybe. But it's okay because I start to see the buds on the trees. Things are starting to look a little bit nicer. The nights are getting longer. All in all, spring is here. So I thought that today I'd do something a bit different. The past few vlogs have been very much travel heavy, so I wanted to kind of step away from that for the time being. There's been, I've made a couple of developments with this camera right here. Also, I've been fiddling around with the settings. I've changed everything to pretty much manual. That way then I can have a little look and I can see just by looking at the top of this screen here, I can see how light things are. I've noticed a couple of very early vlogs were really dark, so I'm trying to step away from that, try and see if we can use this camera and try and use all the settings properly so I can give you the best possible picture this camera will put out. Also, I made a small investment in one of these. Look at that. It's a little selfie light, right? These things, I never really thought these things are going to be much good, if I'm honest. But I thought I'd give it a try. It's got 36 LEDs. So far, it seems to be illuminating me. It looks quite, quite okay. There's only so much you can pretty much do with this, but it seems to be illuminating quite well. So, that being said, I think it's about time that we start a Q&A. With vlogs, it's nice to have a little bit of change. It's nice to keep it quite light. It's nice to also have a couple of different avenues you can go down if you think it's feeling a bit stale by travelling a lot or by doing a lot of other things. So, today, the Q&A I posted on Facebook and on Twitter. My Twitter handle is here. It's somewhere. And I just asked everybody, right, okay, I thought we'd start off quite easy. First Q&A is all about music. So what questions would you like to ask me about music? See where we go from there. So, I've had a few responses. Some I'm not going to read out, but some I am. So, there's been a couple of you on Facebook that have really just jumped to it straight away, and on Twitter. You've both, to be honest, both mediums are great for doing things like this. People just jump on it straight away and start asking you questions. Some of them quite obscure, but we like it. So, here we are, starting today, the Q&A. Alright, so, question number 1. This is from Joe Batsford. So, if you found yourself in a desert island scenario with limited time to rescue personal possessions, what CDs would you rescue and why? Up to a maximum of 10. Right, well, thanks Joe. First thing, I don't use CDs, just MP3s, but I see what you're getting at. Desert island discs sort of thing. What would I take? Well, anybody who knows me will know that there's pretty much 2 bands that are going to take up all 10 of these albums, right? So it doesn't matter which way I try and say it, there's going to be every single album by Type O Negative, which includes, as you say, up to a maximum of 10. So the albums: Bloody Kisses, October Rust, Slow, Deep and Hard, Life Is Killing Me, Dead Again, World Coming Down. Perfect. Also, so that is, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think that's 6. Let's say that's 6. Then, a bit of Cradle of Filth added in there. Love Cradle of Filth. Always have done. Cruelty and the Beast, that's 7. Also, I think, okay, let's mix it up a bit. A bit of Nero. I do like a bit of dubstep. A bit of properly crafted dubstep. A bit of nice light dance. Not trance. No. So, I think their first album, which I can't remember the name of, but I know the cover in my head. I see the cover. One of them has got to be Sepultura, Arise, smashing album. Also, Marilyn Manson, Mechanical Animals. What's that? I think that's 9. Last one, Napalm Death, Leaders Not Followers. 10. Brilliant. Good question, Joe. Thanks very much. Question 2. This one's off the wife. What inspired you to start playing bass? That's got to be Peter Steele from Type O Negative. Got a lot in common with that guy, and he was just absolutely fantastic bass player, great frontman. That is who inspired me to start playing bass. Question 3 from Nick Fox. What was the first CD you bought? Right, now that's going back a bit. I think, if memory serves, I think it was Nirvana, Nevermind. And I think I purchased that from Sullivan's Records in Gosainen. And that was, I think, that was about 1998. Cheers for your question, Nick. Matthew Weeks. Spotify or Apple Music? None. Google Play. Sorted. Ryan Jordan. Alien Ant Farm versus Electric Six. Who is better and why? Neither. They both suck. Doug Taylor. Why can't I track down any of Billy Yeager's albums? Doug, we've talked about this, my friend. Tell you what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to go around Bristol one day and try and see if we can find those albums. Tell you what, that's going to be a vlog. Sort out your weekend. I'm coming for you. Let's go out. There's a question off the mother-in-law. Rose, do you air guitar and headbang in private? Yeah, I have done. Ooh. Also, last question again from Joe. Thank you, Joe. Another great question. If you had the opportunity to play with a band, be them local or international megastars, who would you pick? Right, so, type O negative, bit of a theme here. Type O negative, definitely. Also, I think I would really like to play with Soulfly. Those guys are awesome. I saw them live in Bristol a few months ago and they absolutely rocked. They were amazing. But then, in saying that, I'd like to jam with Paul Gilbert. He's a fantastic guitarist, great frontman as well. Also, I'd love to jam with Cradle of Filth. That's yet another band. Obviously, me, bass all the time. But I also see myself as a bit of a frontman as well. I don't know. Maybe I've got to get this beard a bit bigger before I start fronting a band. Anyway, great question. Cheers, Joe. Great questions, folks. Thanks ever so much. I'll be doing one of these every couple of weeks, so if you see me asking on Facebook or Twitter, just jump in. I don't know, I'm just going to pick a subject out of thin air, see how it goes. So, other things I'm doing today, I've got to charge the batteries of this drone behind me here. This little guy, right by that. He's going out with me on the weekend. Also, just to keep you up to date as well, the cleaning drone, I am making headway. With that, there's another one in the mix. Hopefully it'll be a bit more successful. I've had loads of feedback. Why didn't I try this? Why didn't I try that? So I tell you what, we're going to try it all. We're going to put it all together, see what happens. It'll probably fail again, but it'll be a good failure. Stay tuned. So that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. So for now, I'm going to take the dog out. It's getting late a little bit. I'm going to take her out around the block, see what happens. She's just leaning out there. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Cheers, guys. See you again tomorrow. Same time, same place.